Paddy, more transfer news today. Divock Origi more than tempted by AC Milan's contract proposal to sign him on a free. This is from Fabrizio Romano. So, I think a lot of people have been saying this before. So he's just repeating it and remixing it. Talks in progress with his agents in order to complete the verbal agreement as soon as possible. So the Liverpool board know that there are huge chances for Origi to leave as a free. I mean, mate, your thoughts on Divock leaving? I think it's probably just about time.
Yeah, I feel like we've come to the natural end. I still love the man. I still like him as an option off the bench. But it's for the best for his career. He has a lot to offer. He really does, and I think he'd go to Italy and do really, really well. You look at the likes of Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham is ripping it up in the Serie A. Like, is Tammy Abraham that much better of a footballer than Divock Origi? I would say Divock Origi is probably definitely more talented. So I think he could go there and do a serious job.
Divock, what do you think his legacy is at this club? Because people talk about him for, I think, forever, Liverpool fans. But for the quality of player that he was, I think he's probably maximised his potential there.
He leaves a Liverpool legend. He's a legend. I would debate anyone on the point. He's a legend. The moments he's given us, we look back at the Torreses and all these players who were there and then left, the Suarezes. Suarez gave us great moments. Torres gave us great moments, but not many strikers have given us such impactful moments and won us things like Origi, the Barcelona game, the final, those goals in last minutes against like the Newcastles, the Wolves. He's been an absolute revelation. And yeah, he's really maximised his chances. It's a shame it didn't work out. At a time, he could have easily gone on to been one of the best. Like, he could have been like our number 9, our main guy. It didn't work out in that sense for him, but I feel like we can look back on his Liverpool career with a lot of fondness, and it was an extremely successful stint.
Yeah, especially when it looked like his Liverpool career was over. I think before that Everton game where he tapped it in, he played. I don't think he played hardly any matches in that 18-19 season, and he scored that goal and effectively rebooted his chances in a Liverpool shirt. And if I think that was the start of sort of Divock's comeback, really. Was him that goal against Everton, and then with that you got the goal against Newcastle, the goals against Barcelona, the goal against Spurs, obviously in the final. Yeah, I would 100% agree with you that he leaves a legend. Do you think, though, that if he hadn't have been snapped by Ramiro Funes Mori in that derby in 2016, that he would have gone on to have maybe a longer and more successful career at Liverpool, or would it have impacted history in a negative way?
Yeah, it's one of those where, maybe it's easy to say, but I feel like it definitely would have changed things. That was a horrible injury, horrible tackle. And, he had such raw ability, you know what I mean? I still think he's a fantastic player, and I really wish him all the best. I think he's going to go to Italy if he goes there and do really well. There's still a great player in there, and the moment he's given us and the time he's played is quite remarkable. But yeah, who knows? It could have been a different story without that injury, but I think it's panned out rather nicely all the same.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think he will go on to have a good rest of his career. He's still quite young, relatively, for a forward, and he doesn't rely overtly on pace. So I think he'll go on and have a good career with AC Milan in Italy.